Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, they sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quintez Cephus, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Taven Bryan with a nice play defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
After the pick six, here's Burrow again.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out right at the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Back to throw, Watson.
He gets this complete to Cephas. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rolling to his right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 4th down, Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by John Johnson. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Quintez Cephus
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. On one, right? But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started, because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here we go, here we go.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Touchdown!
T. Higgins.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's Watson on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective. And they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. After the run, Watson going to throw. And this one taken in by Cephas. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. On 1st down, it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
He's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here we go. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, hey!
Now it's Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong 1st half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the 1st half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11.
From the 16, Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose That little touch pass, they saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb.
Up to the 20.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run it again with Chubb. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this and go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down and keep the sticks moving.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Throwing on third down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Off comes to Chubb. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Eleven.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Grant. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 35 on second down, Watson escaping the pressure right.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. Watson looks to throw again.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are right back in this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
12, 12, 12.
Burrow.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes Grant on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Throwing now, Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, Focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing, Burrow. That's complete to Chase.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Ready?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Burrow.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 42 yards.
And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Oh, good return up past the 30. The 40. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Bengals. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
To throw, Burrow.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.